Hi and welcome to this special edition of the stories from Ireland's Wild Atlantic Way. Today we're on the side of Crohan Mountain on Achill Island, and we're at the site of a plane crash that occurred exactly 70 years ago today. On that day, a weather plane, which was a repurposed bomber from World War II, left Aldergrove Airport in Belfast and headed out over the Irish Corridor, over Ballyshannon and into the Atlantic. It turned due south and went down off the coast of Kerry and into the Bay of Biscay to see what weather was approaching the British Isles. A few hours later, on its way home, it radioed and said that it was off the coast of Kerry. However, just minutes later, at 4:30 on that fateful day, the plane crashed into the mountain right here where I'm sitting. The plane was a 4-engined Handley Page Halifax Bomber with 8 crewmen on board. All died instantly. Down on the ground, the thick fog had reduced visibility to just a few yards. A loud bang was heard by the residents of the nearby village of Donegal. Many assumed it was thunder. A local farmer called Martin Fagin was minding sheep at the time and heard the explosion. At around 7 p.m, the fog lifted and he decided to investigate. He looked up to the mountain and noticed a large and unusual yellow object. He went to his brother's house to get a pair of binoculars, but by the time he got there, the fog had once again come down and he was unable to see anything. The search party was led by Martin, and by 10:30 p.m. they had come across a debris field that included a wheel and a propeller. Later that night, at around 12:30 a.m, they discovered the first 5 bodies. By this time, the fog had been replaced by torrential rain, making the gruesome task even more difficult. The remaining 3 bodies were discovered shortly after first light. Today, all 4 of the plane's Bristol Hercules radial engines remain at the crash scene, each weighing almost a ton. A number of years ago, some relatives of the unfortunate airmen visited the site, and before they left, they painted this rock here behind us white. This serves as a beacon to anybody that wants to come up and see the crash location here on the side of Crohan. It's perfectly visible from the village of Donegal that's down below me, and also from the car park at Currymore Lake. Along with the painted white rock, the 4 engines serve as a memorial to the 8 men who lost their lives. Bernard McKenna from Navan, Cornelius Joseph Rogan from Larne, Martin Gilmartin from Belfast, Ernest George Hopwood from Cardiff, Joseph Kevin Brown from Salford, Michael William Horsley from London, John Charles Lister from Darlington, and Harold Shaw from Yorkshire. May they rest in peace.